daily life series. And like I say at the start of every daily life, I was at Neem Karoli Baba Samadhi Ashram, and I had this inspiration and this download that I have to go live every day. After the first day of going live on Instagram, which is where I'm used to going live, my Instagram live disappeared out of nowhere. So I went live on Facebook for a couple of days. Yesterday I completely forgot that I had to go live, but it's not something that I have a habit of going live every day, so that if I forgot, it doesn't matter. And here I am. Today is a day where I am on a road trip, and it is a solo road trip, and I have stopped somewhere, and so I thought this is a great time to go live because I've eaten a lot and I don't want to drive immediately. And in terms of what it is that I want to talk about today, I thought that I could talk about one of the first things that I came to recognize on this path that I call my spiritual path. And why I do quotes is because spiritual path is generally understood as something that is separate from material path. And maybe at some point, even I was under the impression that there are material people and then there are spiritual people. But I've come to realize that there is no difference. We are all spiritual beings. Somebody that is on the spiritual path recognizes this. Somebody that is not on this path lives in the land of cause and effect, lives in the land of efforting, lives in the land of, okay, I'm going to put in the work and I'm going to get this outcome. And the person who's on the spiritual path understands that there is a greater energy at play. And yes, it does not mean that I will not put in the work. It does not mean that I will sit and food will appear and money will appear. But there are more magical and miraculous ways of going about life. One of the first things that sort of brought about a movement in me, which sort of put me on this path, is when I read an article which said that you can either have a fixed mindset or you can have a variable mindset. If you have a fixed mindset, you were born a certain way and you will die certain way. And you live your life thinking that this is who I am. So for example, I did not know how to drive till the age of about 32. And if I was of a fixed mindset, I would say something to the tune of, I can't drive, I've never driven. How can I learn how to drive at the age of 32? It's something I should have learned when I was 18, 19, 20. Now how am I going to learn? Or I was somebody who did not cook till a very late age. So I don't cook. And I had strong identities with these. I had a lot of strong identity with food. I was afraid of animals. And now, not only do I have animals present in my life regularly, as in my own house I have children that are animals, but I look after a community of animals. And I have a very deep and loving relationship with animals, which has given me so much fulfillment. All of this is available to me because I understood that I can have a variable mindset, that having a variable mindset, that having the choice to change, that having the choice to grow and expand is a choice. I see people that are 50, 60 saying things like, no, but this is how I was born. This is like, I had a client once and he was 70 plus and he would get really angry if his tea was not piping hot, if whatever beverage he got was not piping hot. So I would do in-person sessions, and because he was much older, I would do in-person sessions at his house. And a great guy, one of the better human beings I know. But he was stuck with these small things because he said, I cannot have a drink which is not piping hot. I just can't have it. Why can you not have it? I just can't have it. And we worked through that, and he reached a place where he was having drinks that were not piping hot. And he was equally happy. It wasn't about a compromise. It was about realizing that I don't have a fixed mindset. I have a variable mindset, and it is my charge to make it variable. and it is my restrictions that are keeping it fixed. Because when you have a fixed mindset, not only are you troubling yourself, because now if your beverage is not piping hot, you can't have it, you're troubling everybody around you. You're keeping everybody on tiptoes, you're keeping everybody around you is walking on eggshells. And that's just not a happy environment. Everything is great, but a non-piping hot tea can ruin your mood, right? So I am not saying that you should not have expectations, and we can talk about the word expectations in a different episode. But I'm not saying that somebody here in front of me with a t-shirt that says life is good, right? I'm not saying that you cannot do things to make your life better. I.e., if you like a piping hot drink, by all means get it. But life should be good, because life is good whether your drink is piping hot or not. And this is not about a piping hot drink. This is about everything. I was driving till here. I've driven about 185 kilometers since morning. It was raining a lot. And I hear people say things like, "Aaj to mausam kharab hai. Today the weather is not good. Today the weather is bad." Because now I will be inconvenienced in my driving. No, but then the wind is great, right? If it's too sunny, people complain. So you are complaining a lot, and a lot of your complaints are rooted in the idea of having a fixed mindset. If you open yourself up a bit, if you allow yourself, you are capable of having a flexible mindset. And do you know that a flexible mind means a flexible body, and a flexible body means a healthy body, and a healthy body means an even more flexible mind, which means an even more flexible body. So basically, with one start, one movement in the right direction, you, and I'm speaking this from experience, from my life's experience, from the experience I've had with my clients that I have stopped working with 2 years ago, still write to me and tell me, "Oh my God, something that you told me 2 years ago clicked now, and my life is completely transformed." So that's the beauty of this inner work. It's not a one-time investment and a one-time return. It's the gift that keeps on giving, because it's a gift that you give yourself. So that whole thing that I said, that you work on your mind, your body becomes more flexible, you're more disease-free, now your mind is even more flexible, new experiences are available to you. What I'm trying to say is that this ends up being a virtuous cycle. We've heard of a vicious cycle. We've heard of how you have that first sip of drink, or the first time you have a drag of a puff of a joint, and then everything is downhill from there. I'm saying there's a scenario where everything is uphill from there, and one of the starting points of that scenario for me was realizing that I have a flexible mind, and I have the power of choice to give direction to that flexible mind. And you have the same, and I wish this power upon you. I wish that you realize, you see this power, and you do whatever that is needed to be done to support yourself. Become your own biggest supporter, become your own biggest champion. I used to hear this also, and I used to be like, it doesn't make sense. But every single step that I took, now it makes sense. So keep doing that, enjoy yourself, and have a great day while I continue my driving. Okay, bye.